believe we are live for the new podcast of Neon Genesis, as well as some big anime talks. Just give us 2 minutes to prepare. Okay,
Unless it's
so
breaking news.
no, it's not really big or anything. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can just wait for that day. But yeah, so Evangelion. Yeah, so it's an anime. So before we talk about it, let's just quickly, I'll run down on the history on it, So it's a series created by Hideaki Anno. He is the writer, the producer, the director. Pretty much, he is Evangelion himself. He created it, and it came out in 1995, and it ended in 1997 with the Evangelion film. Yeah. So basically, the first 24 episodes, when they came out, they were praised by the fans in Japan. They were beloved, but then the final 2 episodes came out, and fans hated them, and they hated them so much that the studio decided to release an alternative ending called the Evangelion movie, and people were pretty happy with that. And let's see, yeah, and because of the success of that film, it led to 4 remade movies called the Rebuild series. The 4 films, they act as it's a remake, but it's not. It's like a true definitive version of Neon Genesis, which apparently it gives new scenes, they rewrite certain moments, and a lot of people say that they highly recommend watching them after you've seen the main series, essentially. So, depending on how you feel about this series, would you be willing to watch those films?
Yeah, definitely, because I feel unsatisfied, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I haven't seen the films personally, but I listened to a podcast and the main dude was talking about, a lot of fans recommend watching those 4 films afterwards, because the creator went back in 2007 and was like, okay, let me go back and rewrite the show. It's the same story, but it's a remake, so it's like certain things are different. They expand on certain storylines, apparently. I don't know how the ending is in those films, but they are all available on Amazon Prime, so if you want to, after the talk we can see if you want to see them films or not. But
I'm definitely gonna check out.
Because I'm very curious. I've seen clips of it and I'm like, damn, this looks interesting. It's like this super extended version of what from what I'm seeing, like the 4 movies, because the 4 movies are pretty much the whole show. They're like an hour and a half. Some of them are like 2 hours, I think. But yeah,
it's the definitive way to experience this show if you've seen the original.
Yeah, they're saying that it's the retelling of the events of the main series with different plot elements and a new ending. Ooh. I don't know what that means, so I'm actually kind of curious to see what that's all about.
Yeah, I'm curious as well.
I'm very curious. So the movie started in 2007 and it ended in 2021. So
wow.
Yeah. So the first one came out in, I think, 2007. Then the second movie came out in... When did the second film come out in? 2009. The third one came out in 2012. And the fourth one came out in 2021. And the last one was the highest grossing film of that series.
Why the
So
long gap? Why was there a long gap between the third and fourth film?
I have no idea. I'm guessing the director wanted to refine on the animation. Maybe, yeah. Why was there a long gap? Let me ask Google. Why was there a long gap between the third and fourth Rebuild Evangelion film? So apparently there was a long gap, which was because of the director's severe burnout and depression following the third film's intense production. Oh dear. I don't know if
what
you...
he should have done? If
Yeah.
he was depressed, he should have watched his own show.
Yeah, this
That would have
dude,
helped
like,
him out.
I think the whole, like, from what I'm hearing from the fans and like the podcasts I've been listening, this dude created the show because of his depression, and it's pretty much a sort of response to how he's been feeling. And I think towards the end of the series, like, he really was kind of like going through the ringer. I heard that the final 2 episodes ran out of budget, and they they crashed and burned on those final 2 episodes. But then they got the budget back for the end of Evangelion film. But yeah, that's that.
When you told me the last 2 episodes were like unanimously like bad, right? I didn't expect it would be like that. I genuinely didn't think it would be okay. We have this main plot. Forget about it. We're just going to be talking about Shinji's mental state.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to be interviewing Asuka and the other woman. That was weird. So I didn't even bother. I didn't even bother watching the final episode, episode 26. I just went straight to the movie.
Yeah, basically, so I think I told you in a message that the final 2 episodes with Shinji and his sort of like internal dialogue, all of this kind of actually takes place, you know, that cinema scene in the movie with the live action people?
Yeah.
It's meant to take place around this area of the story, you know, when the Human Instrumentality Project starts.
Yeah.
This is when episodes 25 and 26 take place, essentially. It's during all this wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, you know. That's why I felt like sense, yeah, it makes more sense that it takes place here than if you just watch them. Because when I watched episode 24, then the movie, then episodes 25 and 26, and I feel like it was a bit better that way. And then I just
Oh, dude, it's funny because this this anime, right? Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah.
It's like praise, like a lot of people praise it, and I've known about this anime for like 15 years or probably longer, and I kept putting it down because I'm like, nah, I'm not in the perfect. I'm not at a stage where I want to watch it right now. It's not like a perfect setting right now, so I kept pushing it back.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I started watching like the first 2 episodes, it was like what, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Well, this is a masterpiece, dude. I can't wait for the next episode. This is crazy.
Uh-huh.
And then episode 3 happens. I'm like, wow, that was very boring. That was so lame. And then it turns into like the monster of the week. Like every episode's like, oh, a new angel's gonna show up.
Yeah.
How we're gonna take it on.
Pretty much.
It was like that for the next, I want to say, 10 episodes, and then it just shifts to something completely different.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then that's when it started picking up again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I guess my expectations sort of like ruined. Like, if I watched this anime when I should have like 15 years ago, I think I would have had like a mind experience. But because I've watched it this later stage of my life,
yeah,
I didn't really get much out of it. And then when it came to those last 2 episodes, I watched episode 25. I'm like, what? This is so dumb. This is so stupid. I put on the film. I was so confused with the opening 5 minutes. I even messaged you. Like, is this the right?
Yeah, so episode 20, the movie takes place after episode 24. Basically, after Shinji kills this boy, the grey-haired guy, basically in this episode there's a scene where Asuka, I think it's in the beginning, she's sort of depressed, and I think after her fight in the Ava, she's sort of in this weird state of mind, and they have to send her to the hospital. And then Shinji, he is fighting the boy because he likes him, but now he's betraying him. But now
That guy,
yeah,
that angel kid didn't make any sense. It feels like he just came out of nowhere. Oh yeah, this is the fifth kid. He's gonna be the fifth pilot or whatnot. And then no, he's in. I don't. That was so stupid. I didn't get that. I genuinely didn't understand why he was the angel.
yeah,
And then that didn't make any sense because if he was meant to be the fifth. I don't get it.
apparently he's meant to represent Adam. You know, he's like sort of like a manifestation of Adam, the first angel. Yeah, I don't know if you kind of got the whole gist of
where
it.
did he even come from?
Yeah, like
because this is why I was enjoying the show. I was more interested in the main plot than the human psyche. Because the author clearly wanted to tackle the human psyche more than the plot. But I didn't really care about Shinji's mental state.
Yeah,
I felt Shinji was very selfish. Dude. That's why I didn't care for him. He was too selfish.
yeah,
First 5 minutes of the movie, oh yeah, that's an abhorrent act.
Yeah,
And then it's clear like he is meant to be selfish, I guess.
Yeah,
And yeah, I was just more interested in the plot than
the story of
Shinji.
what was Shinji. Yeah, that's why I'm sort of holding my tongue until I see those movies, because what I'm hearing is that they do expand on certain scenes, so I'm very curious, but you said that you liked the first few episodes and then you sort of fell off when Shinji got beaten up by that bully.
I did not care about the classmates.
I
hate the classmates. It was the most
it was Toji and the glasses guy. What was his name?
Painful.
It did
They're
feel
not
like
even in the film. They're not even in the film, by the way. The glass guy.
Yeah.
Not even in the film.
I think the bully guy, he like an Ava pilot. They used him and then Shinji was fighting him, and then he got unconscious. I think he was in a coma afterwards. But yeah,
he should have died. I don't even know why he.
I'm kind of shocked that he lived.
I genuinely thought before watching this, like there would be a lot of deaths and a lot of people would die.
There is kind of, but yeah.
I mean, if you want to,
Miss Misato, Ritsuko, Shinji's dad.
No, that's towards the end. But I thought like the explosion, right? You know when they were talking about this Eva in Nevada, and then there was like a random mystery explosion that happened, right? That was a cool twist because it turned out that it was an angel as the Eva. But then it turns out that all Evas are angels anyway, so
yeah,
that was a bit confusing.
Yeah, basically, it's
no, but it's not. They're not.
Yeah, they're not.
That one, the fourth one, was an angel, but the ones that these guys are piloting aren't angels.
Yeah,
it's like man-made angels.
That's right. Yeah,
it's kind of confusing. But anyway, going back to the fourth Eva in Nevada. How that kid Tojo he becomes the pilot and then there's like a huge explosion. They should have killed off those two female characters then and there.
Female characters. Oh, you mean her? Ray.
Blonde.
Oh, blonde. Ritz. I think her name was Ritsuko. Just say blonde lady if you don't know.
Blondie and purple lady.
Oh, that's Miss Misato.
So close to the blast.
Yeah.
How did they survive that? That doesn't make any sense. If you're talking about that angel, that same angel that wiped out that base, because there was like two images. You see like an image of a base, and then the second image is everything's destroyed. It's gone because it looked like a nuclear blast that went off.
Yeah.
That they shouldn't have survived that, and I don't understand how they survived.
What about Kaji, Misato's boyfriend, the purple girl? Like, he got killed off.
Him, no, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, there were so many times where characters should have died.
Yeah.
Way early on. Because these characters just die towards the end anyway.
Yeah, they do.
Like, way early on, like, when he became the fourth pilot. And also, just because I had a theory, right? I thought Shinji would have been a clone.
No.
And I thought they were going to lead into that because his body disappears. His body literally disappears. His soul is there, but he disappears. But then all of a sudden they have his body back, and it wasn't explained how. But then they do the same thing with Rey when she's completely dead, but her soul remains. So they just put her in a new body. I thought they would do the same thing with Shinji, but no, not explained. I didn't. Very confusing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do see that.
I
Yeah.
think that was when there was that angel, just fucking like destroying everyone, and Rey had to sacrifice herself. But uh, was it that moment? I don't remember. It's is when Shinji went 400% of the Eva. I don't remember what angel he was fighting, but he was at 400%, and then he disappears inside the Eva. And then
Yeah.
they're like, you remember? And then
I
his
do.
body is completely gone. Is evaporated apparently, but his mind and soul is there because it's connected to the Eva. And then his body just reappears out of nowhere. And then the next few episodes, we don't even know if it's a clone or not because Shinji's acting strange. He's silent, and this is like around episode 23 and 24, or
Okay,
I should
yeah.
say 21 and 22. That was never explained. I was so confused. Even Asuka calls it out. Like he like he's like nothing's happened. It was weird, dude. I didn't never brought up again.
Yeah, I don't really remember that bit in particular. I guess because I binged watched all these episodes like one after the other, so they sort of merged together. But yeah, yeah. What about the Ray twist? You know that she was a clone. How did you?
Yeah, I thought it was obvious. Yeah, I thought her being a clone was obvious, but that's why I thought they would, because it was so obvious. That's why I thought the biggest twist would be Shinji would be a clone. But no,
Nah, it
I
doesn't
mean,
look like it.
this show doesn't make any sense, dude. I don't get it,
Yeah,
man.
this show is pretty controversial because it's very, in my opinion, like from what I'm hearing, it's a very divisive series where you have some people online who claim it's the greatest series of all time, and some people online say that it is absolute nonsense. It doesn't make any sense and it's overrated. So I kind of
This
lean
is the
more.
first anime
Yeah,
where I don't even know what side I'm leaning towards, bro. I
yeah.
don't even know what side if it's overrated or underrated. I don't know. I'm in the middle.
That's why
I don't know.
I'm kind of waiting on those movies just to see if
Same,
they do
same.
something because I'm just from what I'm hearing they do sound interesting. So let's see if those films will expand on it. But yeah, I mean the other stuff in the show was interesting. Like in terms of like the aesthetic, I do love the 90s
Oh,
look
the
of it.
artwork.
Yeah,
I loved it so much, dude.
yeah, like the
Like
way
no
it looks.
wonder like I don't know. Like, come on, look at this artwork. Like every scene is a painting.
I know. It's just
It's I mean it literally is, but it's like it's something that you can hang up on your wall because it's so
yeah.
beautiful looking.
It's like the way it's directed. It's like a movie, you know. Like I love like the fast editing as well. Like it works with the style of the show because sometimes yeah it will just sometimes it will even linger on shots for a long time. I don't know if you noticed some scenes that just held on
The
for a long
elevator
time,
scene? Are you
like
talking about the
elevator
elevator
scene.
scene?
Yeah, like that
Oh
one.
damn! I fast forward after 20 seconds in. I fast
Yeah.
forward. I'm like, wait, what's going on?
I think he
And then
just
I
wanted
fast forward.
the audience to experience how the characters were just sort of feeling in real time, you know?
I think it was just padding,
Yeah.
padding screen time. If anything, that's what it felt like. It shouldn't have been 1 minute. I'm sorry, no one. You can't defend it. That
Yeah.
shouldn't have been 1 minute.
But
I
it's
think they
it's
were just doing it for padding.
it is a
like,
very
screen time.
iconic scene. A lot of fans love that scene, you know?
Dude, there's like a 24-hour version of the elevator scene on YouTube. Like, why? Like,
Wow.
why is there that length? Oh, whatever. And then there's another moment where he's holding the final angel.
Yeah.
Which dude, man, if they just expanded on the plot a bit more, because I think I understand it now. I think I understand the plot a bit better. But essentially, in the movie, it was explained that the Evas that were created were to like combine the human soul so they could live forever or something like that.
Yeah.
Even if the sun dies out, the
Yeah.
earth dies, whatever, at least you're still alive inside the Eva,
Hmm.
which makes sense. And then they get because from the start of the show, I'm like, I was thinking like, why are these kids chosen? Why is Ray chosen? Why is Shinji chosen? Why is Asuka chosen? Like, why these people in particular? Is it because they're geniuses or what? I don't know. And why was Tojo chosen over the glasses guy? I don't know. And then could it be like a bias thing? Is because these people worked, their parents worked on these Evas? Is it because Asuka's mom worked there? Is it because Shinji's parents worked there?
I think that's the
Um,
case, you know. I think it's
and
just
then Ray is a
connections.
clone.
It's their
Rain is a
connections.
clone of Yui.
Yeah.
And then it's like because for throughout the entire show, you see Shinji's dad, and he's just cold
Hmm.
from the start to the end. He's cold. I mean, he does praise him once, and that's it. He's pretty much cold, even towards the end. And then I'm like, wait a second. But he does want his son to be in the pilot, to be an Eva. And if Shinji is inside the Eva, that means he would live forever, technically, because that's what an Eva is, right? According to Yui, that's why they created Evas, so the human soul doesn't die when they die, because it's connected to the Eva. If that makes sense. So maybe his dad did like him in the end, but he didn't show it. But he did. He showed it by his action, by
I mean,
having,
he kind of
by forcing.
explains it in the end where, like, just before everyone turns into goop, he talks about,
Oh, he had the goop scene. Jeez.
he talks about how, he couldn't be by Shinji's side because he feels like he doesn't deserve to, love anyone, and it was almost he was doing this on purpose to distance himself because after the death of Yui, he was just so focused on his work and just doing all that. But I kind of like how in the end Ray rejected him, essentially saying that no, I'm not gonna allow you to get what you want. And I don't think he became part of the human instrumentality project because it looks like Shinji's Ava killed him in the end. Like, he took a big of a chump out of him in the end.
I think what that was is what you wanted to see. It's like when before you turn into goop, you see what you want to see. Like people saw some weird stuff when they died, right? And I think his dad was more afraid of Shinji than Shinji was afraid of him, and that's why he saw Shinji eat him or something. That's what I saw. Because what we saw was Shinji was nowhere near his dad, and he was like locked away in that. Like his mental
Oh
state
yeah,
was
you're
gone at that
right.
point, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it was just hit that he cared deeply about Shinji, even though he didn't show it. And it's I treated you badly, and then that's the fate he deserved for him being eaten, because that's what he probably wanted to die like that or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he felt
It's
guilty
weird.
over what he did and how he treated
Yeah,
Shinji.
yeah. So that's why he saw Shinji eating. And other people got to see Yui and
Yeah.
Ray, and yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, so like some of the like the side characters who were working with Misato, like that one girl with the short hair, the last person she saw was the blonde chick, and
Blonde
then
chick,
the other
yeah.
dude, he saw Miss Misato, and then the guy who's like the general guy with the grey hair, he saw
Saw Yui.
Yui. Yeah,
Yeah.
and essentially it was like that. Yeah,
Yeah, they saw what they
they
wanted to
wanted to
see,
see.
or what
Yeah.
they um guess who they loved the
Hmm.
most. I don't know.
Pretty much. And then it kind of it ends with whatchamacallit, Shinji basically accepting that, yeah, I'm gonna learn how to live with people because that's the best way for me to live, essentially. He feels like it would be more interesting because when he is part of the instrumentality project, he sees like that scene of Miss Misato doing it with her boyfriend, and he doesn't look happy when he's seeing it. And I feel like the way I interpreted it was that even though Shinji wants to get to know people, I don't think he wants to know people too much to the point where he sees or hears about them doing things like this. I think
But that's a lie. That's a
Yeah.
lie, though. That's a lie because of that
Yeah.
first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, clearly he does.
Oh yeah, he does want to, but it's more like he doesn't want them to know. Like, if you know what I mean, like, it's kind of hard to explain. Oh, I missed. Let me drag that back up.
He's even got his hand sticking out, like the same hand that had the goop on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the whole
It's
thing
confusing. I would agree with you, but
Yeah.
that goes against what we saw in the first 5 minutes.
Mm.
Or maybe it's because that act disgusted him so much that he doesn't want to get close to anyone.
Yeah, it's probably that. It's probably that.
I think.
But I think he's like, yeah, let me just get to know people and all that. I mean, in the final episode, I don't know if you didn't see it, but there's a whole scene where...
Oh no, I did go back. I
Yo.
did go back after I watched the film. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't like the ending. I didn't like how it was just him and Oscar there. And then he's strangling Oscar for whatever reason. I didn't understand it. And then he lets go. And then she said disgusting or something like that.
Oh,
I'm like, okay, I hated it. I hated the ending. I didn't like it.
so
I went back.
yeah, you went back.
I went back to episode 26, watched it all, and pretty much the interview, the human psyche stuff is like similar to what we were seeing here in the final few minutes of the film. And then it got to the scene where Shinji was imagining his own like version of reality, and then it breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone's applauding him because he's finally like understanding of who he is and where his place is in this world and whatnot. And then everyone's clapping and applauding him. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, this is such a much better ending than the movie ending.
So you prefer the TV show ending over the movie?
I much prefer the TV ending. Yeah.
Interesting.
But if I watch the TV ending first, I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, like that's kind of how I watched it as well. That's why I feel better about it. But essentially, yeah, the scene you're talking about, that is the true final scene of the show where Shinji is... Because the TV ending is like seconds before this scene of Shinji strangling Oscar, because the TV ending is in Shinji's head. This is sort of like it's part of that human instrumentality project. And the reason why Shinji and Oscar are here is because... It's like, I don't know if it's Yui or the Avas speaking to him saying that you can leave if you want to, if you have the will to, essentially. Shinji could have still been part of that world, but he chose not to be part of it. He wants to choose reality. And now he's back. And even Asuka was the same way as well, because now she knows that her mother cared for her. So Shinji and Asuka are essentially so far the only humans left. So you don't know if like the other humans who got, who died or who are part of the human project will come back or not. It's sort of left to the audience's interpretation, So do you think that people will start coming back like Shinji and Asuka, or do you think they are going to stay in that Red Sea essentially?
Well, remember, they were the only two inside the Evas. And they will live forever, even if the sun died out.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why those two are there at that time.
True.
And Oscar, man, what a character! What a well-written character. I hate him.
Yeah.
I did not like her one bit, but she is so well written.
Yeah, she makes the show interesting, but I don't like her as a character. She's very annoying and loud.
Super annoying, dude. This is what people imagine Sakura is in Naruto.
Yeah, this is how Sakura. This is she is such a bully and a menace. Like, oh my gosh, awful person. But then towards the end, you start to realize that deep down she just hates herself, and all she wants is for people to notice her and all that. It gets a little dark, Like there's the whole backstory of her mother, who went a bit crazy. Like, I'm not too sure what happened. It was like she tried to end her life, and then she still lived, and now she's thinking that the doll is her daughter,
What
and
I got out of it was that her mum overworked so much that her mind broke, and
yeah,
then they put her in like a mental asylum.
yeah,
And then instead of caring for Oscar, she cared for her doll.
yeah,
And then she found out her husband cheated on her,
yeah.
and then
That's it. The
that's when she
husband,
killed
yeah,
herself.
and that's when she, yeah, killed herself. And it's because of that that Oscar is so desperate for people to notice her, you know, and all that.
She wants to be
It
the
was a
best. She
pretty
wants to live
like
forever.
intense scene, yeah. I still don't like her in the end. I still find her annoying because then you have that whole scene of Shinji and Oscar in that world where he's at the dining table and he's like, Oscar, get to know me. Why won't you talk to me? And she's like, no. I don't know. It was just a bit, eh.
But that's Shinji's mind. That's what
Yeah.
he's thinking.
Is that
Oscar
what
is
he's
saying. So I
thinking?
wasn't. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I saw it as like their hearts and minds are becoming one. So Oscar's also
Ah,
there
right, right.
because
I think the mind. I don't think Oscar's in that mind and soul being connected, because she's in the Eva, so she's kind of protected from the joining of people.
interesting.
Because why would they include that scene of Yui speaking to the white-haired dude, talking about what the Eva was created for? It's for the soul to live forever.
Hmm.
And then the last two on whatever this world is. It Earth still? I
I
don't know. Or
think
is
it's
it the
Earth.
white
I think
moon or
it's.
the black
I
moon? I
think
don't
this
know.
is Earth. I think it's sort of. You got the two Evas there. You got. Yeah, you see like a building in the background. I think. I think it is still Earth. It was a
I can't
creep.
wait to watch the movies, dude. I
Yeah,
can't wait.
I do want to see what they're gonna look like and how they redo these scenes. Essentially, you know.
I love that line from Oscar as well. Disgusting.
Yeah,
Because that's what Shinji is, dude.
yeah.
He's disgusting.
She's reacted to
He
him
is.
after what he did in the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, that's Evangelion. Like this show was pretty intense, you know. I mean, I saw it years and years ago, and the first time I watched it, I didn't really like the movie that much. I was very confused, but I liked the ending scene of just the two of them. You know, I liked how haunting it was. You know, it wasn't happy. Like Shinji's still crying. Oscar looks disturbed. I don't know. Like when I first saw it, I did like this scene, but the whole movie was a bit confusing. But then on a rewatch, I'm like, okay, it's not as bad as I remember it being, and I actually do like the last two episodes a bit more than the first time round because you do dive into some of the characters' psyche, like Miss Misato being ashamed that Shinji is watching her doing the deed, essentially.
Which I didn't understand. Like, because Shinji. Well, no, because I guess he doesn't interact with everyone. But it's like, why was she being questioned and interviewed?
It's
If this
because,
is the
yeah,
human, if this is the human intervention or whatever it's
it's
called, where
everyone
everyone's.
who's part of
Why the
it.
hell are we not seeing Akari there? Why are we not seeing his dad there, but we're seeing Miss Masoto there or whatnot?
I
Seeing
think
this
we
intimate
got
pact?
a
I
bit
don't know.
of him and her, like him and Ray. I don't know if I can find the scenes.
You know, you really
Like, was it really that necessary to see that particular scene of that intimacy? I don't get it. It was weird.
I think it was just to show like how the instrumentality is showing everyone's size. Everything everyone's ever done is now being revealed to everyone, you know, essentially.
I didn't get that.
I
I mean,
guess
it
like,
should have
yeah.
been that. I mean, that makes sense, but that's not what I saw.
That's sort of the way I interpreted it. It's just this program that this whole human instrumentality is basically everyone's minds merging into one, so their memories are now being revealed to each other. So now Shinji's seeing Asuka and Misato's, and they're seeing his. Essentially, I think that's kind of
Right, and that's
how
why
it is.
Asuka made that comment. That's why
Yeah,
she's like, oh, I saw you jerk off over.
yeah. They're all seeing what the other has done, essentially.
Do you know what would have made this series a 10 out of 10? Is if they just gotten a bit more on what Seal is and what Nerve is. and then what the B2 engine is, because they do explain it briefly, and then you forget about it. Like what was the B2 engine again? Is it just so they can use the Evas without like a battery pack or something? I don't get it. Was that
Yeah,
it?
I yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I do the whole Adam and Lilith stuff. I do understand based on what I've been hearing from podcasts, but not the Evas. So
Because the
yeah,
story is easily a 10 out of 10, but it was written without that being the main focus.
yeah,
It was more of like the stuff in the background. It's like if you play a video game, you find these documents and then you read the documents, but this just a story in the background. While there's like a main story you're witnessing in front of your eyes, if that makes sense. Like you see cutscenes and stuff like that. But the more interesting parts are the documents you find and read. That's what this anime pretty much is. Like the stuff with Nerve and Seal and these old men, and then Adam and Lilith, and that's far more interesting than Shinji's mental state.
yeah. I think that's sort of what the director intended. Like maybe all that stuff was just in the background, but at the end of the day, it
Yeah,
was
he chose
it,
to focus more on the
the
human
way you're
psyche and
describing
depression.
the way you're describing how you're more interested in like the Nerve and the Seal stuff and not the Shinji stuff reminds me of how some people reacted to the Stranger Things ending, where they were more interested in like the lore and what's really happening with this character and why the villains are acting the way they are. But in the end, it was just about the characters and what they were going through, essentially, and how they are reacting to the situation. You kind of wanted like an episode where they just explain what is Seal, where did this come from, why is this happening, and this and that.
I think it's because like these characters aren't special and they're not unique in their suffering. Because everyone goes through that same in throughout their lives, through that anxiety and that fear. Even Masoto was like, "Yeah, I'm like Shinji. I keep running away from stuff." But
Yeah,
everyone does. Everyone, you're not unique in that. So that's why
yeah.
I'm like, I don't hear about the human side of things because we've all experienced it.
I
If
think yeah,
if if you've never had that um reality check of like, oh wow, I'm like Shinji. I run away from stuff. Wow, this is so um like revealing to me, I guess. Like, oh, this has helped me out a lot. Then I could see why you put it in like a 10 out of 10, the greatest anime of all time. But if you've already had that realization and you found help for your anxiety, depression, and things like that, then this is just it kind of feels boring because you've already experienced it. You've already had that. I can't find a word for it, but the human intervention. You've already had it.
yeah. I'd
Does
I
that
see
make
your point.
sense?
Yeah, I see your point.
Okay.
It's sort of all this stuff that these characters are feeling, like their emotions. It's nothing new. You've seen
Pretty
it
much, yeah.
before. You've seen it in other shows and movies. You
You
know.
witness it in yourselves, and
Oh yeah. I think that, yeah. I think it's a very it's an old series, so I think the reason why you probably feel this way is because of its time period. It was a late mid 90s show. There weren't too many TV shows in Japan that were talking about stuff like this. So
yeah, yeah.
maybe
A lot
that's
less people were
yeah,
talking back then, talking to each other,
yeah,
and how like because this is more of like a modern thing now, where people talk about
yeah. It's a bit like
experiences and
with
stuff like that.
Star Wars, where people who watch the OG trilogy aren't as impressed because they've seen those tropes before, like good guy versus the bad guy, the training
Yeah, I
montage
guess, yeah,
sequence, and then the
yeah,
final battle. Like they've seen that in other stuff, but and
yeah.
then when you go back to the source of it, it's not as impressive. Which I kind of get that as well.
I Another thing I wanted to mention as well, because this is definitely it is a product of its time, right? I did find it at some points vile and disgusting because these characters are 14 years
Oh
old,
yeah,
and then you're seeing them
yeah,
in
you're
these
right.
weird scenes.
Yeah,
It's
it's
awful.
pretty
It's
bad.
so awful.
It's like, would you say like the nudity stuff is? Is that what you're
Obviously,
leading?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was really bad. And then the scenes with the spy dude, the guy with the long hair, and then Oscar, that made me just it felt so
Yeah.
weird. That
Like
was so
Oscar
weird.
was like showing him her chest, being like, "Hey, look at me, Mr. Kaji.
And
I'm all grown up." You know,
he barely reacted.
he was,
He did like no.
yeah,
There was no. It was wrong. It was like
yeah,
whatever. Yeah, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
I'll
was
wait for you
like,
to like.
"Oscar, just you're still a kid." You know, he was very chill
He,
about it. You know,
yeah, he chill. He was too
yeah.
chill about it.
And then there's of course like what is it? There's like scene of Shinji imagining Misato. It's like this sequence here. It's like,
Their sequence, the
yeah,
mind sequence, where he's thinking about Asuka, Masato, and
yeah.
Ray.
And then there's like the fusion scene in the movie where he and Rei are fused together, which is kind of like she's on top of Shinji, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
yeah, like they're
two kids.
14.
Literally looking at two kids. Like,
Yeah,
come on, dude.
yeah. There's a lot of like strange like quote unquote fan servicey scenes in this show, but they only happen to like the girls, of course. You know,
Of course, yeah.
like it happens all the time. But yeah, is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, the plot behind the Evas were good. Yeah, I
Oh
wish
yeah.
we had more of it. That's the only thing.
Yeah. I wish so too. I don't know what's the
And that's
best
what I hope
episode.
these movies are for, dude. Because I can't. I want to
Yeah.
watch the films. I want to
Yeah.
see
They do seem to
what
be
more
like
they
redoing and adding new stuff as well.
because dude, because this story is pretty basic, but it's the way it's presented itself, where it's like it's convoluted, and then you have to like rewatch every episode like 100 times, and then just to understand what. But then once people, because I've obviously watched those videos as well where they break down what is what, and I'm like, wow, yeah, that makes sense because the story is pretty basic.
Yeah.
But
But
the show, they don't explain much because like they don't explain anything about the Dead Sea Scrolls. They don't talk about the spear
hmm
that they don't explain anything. They mention it, they talk about it, but they don't explain any of it.
yeah, they don't really do that. So someone in the chat says the rebuilds are much more deep than the OG series. Yeah, that's kind of what I got the vibe off from the fans.
Is the rebuild the movies? The
Yeah,
one, two,
the
three, four
rebuild is the four movies, and that I talked
on
about.
Amazon Prime, which
Yeah,
yeah, I will watch. I will watch.
yeah. Like, I'm hearing that some storylines are completely different. Like,
Oh,
I don't know if I should say which one to prevent any spoilers, but there's one particular,
how
like from a
how
podcast.
early?
This storyline happens a little later in the show, but
Who
this
does it involve? Sorry.
it's that dude, the fourth Ava robot pilot
Oh,
guy.
really? Oh, I don't
So
care about him. Yeah,
yeah,
spoil it.
I don't know what's happening, but he just said, the podcast dude said his story is completely different to the show. That's all he said. I don't know
I
what it
hope
is.
so because he was so boring. All the
Yeah.
kids they interact with in the classroom were boring.
Yeah, there was the whole subplot of the bully guy and the class rep, and there was like some sort of like love story between the two of them, and then she was gonna make him dinner and all that. Very slice of lifey.
Yeah,
Very
that's what I
slice.
didn't like about this show. The slice of life stuff.
Yeah.
Not interesting. I really thought we would get more of episode 1 and 2. We
Oh
didn't.
yeah.
We didn't. It went very much slice of lifey in the classroom, kids interacting with other kids. Not fun. Not fun at all.
Yeah, there was all that, and then there was the episode where they go and get ramen because Misato promised them steak, but then she didn't have enough money, and then they were like, "Don't worry, Miss Misato, we'll have ramen." I don't know, like I know you don't like it, but I kind of like those scenes. It was a nice break from like the actiony
No,
stuff, you
anything
know.
that involves Misato is brilliant.
Yeah,
Anything involved in the classroom, boring.
yeah, there was all that.
penguin thing? The penguin? What the hell is the penguin doing? What is he?
He just
Pen too?
exists. Yeah.
Yeah, he just exists for the sake of existing. And then the angels, who created? Wait, what?
Oh, so the angels, I know about this. So I don't know, because the way the podcaster was describing it, I'm like, is this a spoiler for the films? But I don't know if it is. It's very strange, but essentially,
Because
essentially,
you don't know if it is a spoiler from the movies or if it's from the actual
yeah,
anime, and
I
then
might
somebody
have to.
watched it a million
Yeah,
times and then they
I'm
explain
gonna
it.
have to hold on that because I don't know if they're gonna explain it in the films, but there's a reason why the angels are on Earth and are attacking humanity. Like, but I don't know if it's because he knows the story of the OG series or because he watched the four rebuild movies,
Movies,
you
yeah.
know. So I have no idea. But when he explained it, I'm like, oh wow, this makes so much sense, you know. So there's a reason. Yeah, it's basically explained, you know. There's a
You
reason
know
why.
what? Where I thought with the story was going to go, because every time we saw an angel, they never attacked first. They only went on a defensive attack when the humans attacked the angel first. And I thought, oh, okay, so the angels are the good ones, and then the humans are the bad ones trying to kill the angels, and the angels are trying to deliver a message. I didn't know it wasn't like that at all. That never, that never ended up happening.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not too sure about that, to be honest.
No, because the second to last angel just came and started destroying everyone.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
destroying
The overall
everyone.
gist I got was that Nerve, this company, they're designed to fight the angels. They want to prevent third impacts from blowing up. Is that a spoiler in the comments? I'm not too sure. The, the angels want to. I don't know. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but
But that's
maybe
the thing.
not. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah.
You said they're trying to prevent the third impact. That's a lie. They're trying to get the third impact.
'Cause isn't the third impact just an explosion? And then that's why they want to do the human instrumentality project so that
That's not
all of
explained, dude. That's
human.
not explained. So
Yeah.
confusing.
I'm gonna have to hold off on this and watch the films, and then we can.
Because they said it's a lie. Because
Yeah,
remember, they said that there was a theory: if a human interacts or touches an angel, there's an explosion, right? And that's what the
yeah,
second impact was. And apparently, no, that's a lie. That's what Misoto said. It's a lie, and it was caused by something else.
yeah.
Alam.
I'm gonna have to hold
Ah,
off on that and watch the films, and then we can see
I
if.
did. You know what? I loved the tactical scenes. Like, oh, this angel can do this and that. Well,
Oh yeah,
how do we defeat it? And then Misoto's coming up with a tactical plan, and then you got some really cool ass like OST in the background. Oh, it's so good.
I feel like this series inspired Attack on Titan when it came to the fighting mechs. You know, like the way they just sort of you got kids in these mechs, they're running and smashing one another. Like it did give me AOT vibes.
Kinda. This is more mechanical because they're in
Yeah,
like a giant mechanical robot suit. Where Attack on Titan is like a synthetic
yeah,
kind
it's
of
organic. Yeah,
organic kind of Titan robot thing. But it's not a robot.
yeah,
Yeah, very. I see the inspiration, 100%.
but yeah, like those action scenes were pretty cool. Like I did like that. Favorite characters? Who's your favorite character in the whole series? Like out of
Oh, I
all
think it would have to be Masoto. You know, like she was the only one that was getting shit done.
yeah, looking at the all the characters in terms of characters that I like, I don't really like Oscar. Not really. Ray is kind of a very dull
No,
character,
nobody.
emotionless character. The friends, Shinji's friends from high school. I did like the redemption from the bully. You know, he did come around after, you know, beating up Shinji. Um, blonde haired chick. I liked her scenes with Misato, but when she's
Oh, I
on her
love the
own,
subplot as well. Like her mom had a romantic relationship with
oh yeah, with
Araki, and then
Araki.
she had her. Okay, and this was a bit confusing as well. When they found out that Ray is a clone, right? Seal, and Ray is still alive. Why was the blonde-haired chick presented in front of them naked? I don't get that. Why would? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember that scene. I don't know. I just think it was for the fans. You know, maybe it's just to expose that she has no weapons on her or anything like that. You know, that's. I didn't really think much about that scene.
You must watch lore videos to understand Evangelion completely. This is where, like, why? Why do you have to watch lore videos? You know, why couldn't you just presented it neatly inside your movie
Yeah,
or TV show?
it's one of those
Like this is
series.
like
Yeah, it's
this is like that the video games, the Soul games like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, because it's an action game, but the story is very hidden, and you'll have to go on YouTube and watch lore videos on it. Like why?
yeah.
Why? Why is it presented in such a like a
It's quite in a
it's
confusing way,
exhausting.
essentially.
You have to go out your way to find a story,
Yeah.
even though you spent like hours of your time watching the story. It doesn't make any sense.
I can't think of any other series that has a sort of like a narrative like this that's very dense. Um, yeah,
Because I did watch the lore video, I think, and now I don't know what's part of the movie or not, and I can't remember any of it now. To be honest, it's kind of a good thing.
yeah,
But
that's kind of a good thing.
the lore video that I watched, it made sense. The story makes sense, but why do you have to present it in such a cluster F? You know,
I
why does it
think,
have to be so muddly?
yeah, I think that's probably why those films exist. You know, maybe it's to streamline the story and focus on the things that really matter. Because, you know, if they rearrange certain scenes, I feel like if they had episode 25 and 26 in the movie, and maybe if they had rearranged certain bits here and there, expanded on a bit of like the lore involving Adam, Lilith, the Avas, and the Seal, I think it would have been probably received better by fans.
Yeah,
Because,
easily.
but in my opinion, it's just my opinion. I think it's one of my favorite series. Like, it's up there now. Like, I've watched it, and I think I rank it pretty highly on my top favorite animes of all time. You know, it does have some
But
confusing elements,
can
but
you even explain it?
that's a good question. That's a good question. I think I just like the vibes of it. You know, I'm here for
See,
the
that's
vibes.
because I don't even know if I like the show or the
Mm,
movie. You know, I'm stuck in the middle. So
I
I'm
think
not,
yeah.
you know, I think hating is a strong word, you know, because it's not bad,
Hmm.
but it's not great either.
Yeah, I
So
think
I
for
don't
me, it's
know.
this the aesthetic and the fact that the characters are talking about all this in-depth stuff about your mental psyche and showing some of the negative sides to humans, but also the positives. I don't know. I think I kind of like the direction of it, you know, and just certain lines that some characters would say, and then it would cut to something else. Like, I think the whole vibe of the show just it's pretty nice. But yeah, I might have to hold on onto my rating overall until I see those films.
What are those films called?
Uh, that's a good question. So essentially, they're the rebuild movies, rebuild of Evangelion. So the first one is called
Uh,
Evangelion 1.0. You Are Not Alone, and then you got Evangelion 2.0, then 3.0, and then 3.0 plus 1.0, which is the final one.
why is it worded in such a weird way?
I don't know. It might be a spoiler if I research into it, but That's the order of it, you know.
You know what? I feel like I'm going to like these movies more than the TV show and the end of Evangelion.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, I didn't really like the episodes before the ending. It's like, you know, what did I call it? The director cut era of the episodes. So episodes
Yeah,
21 to 24. Like,
yeah.
after Shinji's Ava went a bit berserk, I kind of was like, okay, I'm not too sure what's happening. Okay, Rei is a clone. That's cool. I was very much like, you know, and then I think because I was already a bit on it, the movie was sort of on that same vibe, but it was ending the story. Characters were being killed off, and you know, I think at the end I was just sort of happy that Shinji just sort of accepted who he was essentially, you know. I think I just had to strip it down to those bare bones because I don't think the story really developed. Not developed, but it didn't really conclude what was set up before. You know, they don't really explain it, but they do explain it at the same time.
Yeah, you kind of understand what the director is trying to convey.
Yeah.
Did you watch this in English dub or
Oh
sub?
yeah, I saw the dub of it.
Okay, I put the first episode, I put it on dub, and I thought this was like the most atrocious thing I've ever heard in
Okay,
my life.
so
This,
where did you
you're
see
trying
the
to.
dub? Where did you see it? Did you see it on
So
Netflix or did you see it somewhere
no,
else?
so this was my dilemma. Okay, so I downloaded these episodes, including the director's cut. So that's why I was messaging you. I have the original list here, but they also included the 4 episodes of the digital cut, and I didn't know what to watch. So but I watched it in sub because the English dub, which I assume was based off another dub, not Netflix's dub, it just sounded like they were not taking it seriously, or they weren't given good directions to like voice these characters.
Yeah, so you probably watched the original dub. So
Yeah,
Netflix
it was
remade the
horrible.
dub in 2019 and the fans much prefer that version of it. It's a lot serious, it's more grounded. The It's a completely new cast as well, so you're going to get a different vibe from it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. But
And
yeah,
also the director's cut. Sorry, I didn't want to watch the director's cut originally because I thought it would spoil some stuff in the final 2 episodes of the movie. And like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't like that at all. It just added some scenes, and then it
yeah.
redid scenes as well.
The only
And that was it.
spoiler, if you, yeah, not the director's cut, but it's the final 2 episodes. If you saw those first, then you would be spoiled on Misato's death because you do see a scene of her on the ground being shot.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, that's that.
And yeah, Misato kissing Shinji, that was just weird as well, dude. Like, why?
I get it, you know, she needs to give him encouragement, you know, to just go and pilot the Avas. He's a teenage boy and she's a pretty lady, so I kind
But
of get
Shinji
why.
doesn't like intimacy, so why would that be a motivating factor?
I think he does. Like there was a scene when he was with Asuka in
Yeah, but I
in their
thought
bedroom.
him looking at Misato was doing a deed, and then he wasn't liking it. What? He didn't care for it. I don't know, bro. The messaging's all over the place.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we pretty much covered the majority of it. I'm sure there's like other things in the show that we missed out on. Like, I know we talked about Ray and Mr. Ikari's dynamic, you know, that being he sees his wife inside her. Like,
Yeah, originally I thought that Ray would have been like a clone of his mum, which was kind of true, kind of not
yeah,
true. I don't know.
it is kind
I
of true.
actually don't.
Yeah.
But then I also thought Shinji would have been a clone of his dad, and that's why his dad doesn't give a shit about himself. that makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, Shinji is his son.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, them being in the Eva, it makes sense. Like his dad was cold on him, but he also loved him because he had him inside the pilot as a to survive. If that makes sense. Because if you're inside the Eva and connected with it, you will live for eternity, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad kept baiting his son, like, "Oh, you're running away again? Is it you're running away? Go,
Yeah.
go, go! Then keep running."
Yeah. But
So he like did like a reverse psychology on his son to like have him stay in the mech and live forever. That's what I gathered. I could be completely wrong. Like the
yeah,
hedgehog theory, I guess. He didn't want to be too close or he'd get hurt.
this show's interesting because I feel like the characters on their own, I don't think I like them as individuals, but when they're all together as a group, I actually like them a lot more, you know? Like, I don't like Asuka as an individual, but when she's paired up with Rei and Shinji, it's like, okay, I like this dynamic, you know? But yeah, I think I might have more to say after those films, you know? But for now, I'm going to give this show either an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. What about you?
I can't rate it without seeing those films, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
I mean, for
I can't,
now, this is
I'm
my
so
rating.
undecided.
Yeah. Undecided, yeah.
Because it's like I could give it a 3 out of 10, or I could give it a 7 out of 10. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Yeah. You're just going to have to wait and see how those films do
Have
those
more
story.
context from the movies, yeah, and then I'll come back and then rate everything as a whole. So I feel like this is just the beginning, I guess,
Yeah.
and not a complete series.
Hmm.
But it's like, is the guy gonna come out and then rewrite it again for like movie 5? Like, what
No,
are
I
we doing?
think the fourth one is the final movie. It
Are we
ended.
sure he's done? Are we? Because the end of Evangelion was the end, but no, he came out
Yeah,
and
he
made
came
the
back.
rebuild series. So I don't know.
I think for now, because the dude is like, how old is he? Like, he's like best friends with Hayao Miyazaki, so he's he's in his 60s.
And also, yeah, there's going to be like a new series of Evangelion as well. That was announced like a year ago. So, well, not a year ago, like a couple of months ago. So that this show is definitely not finished. But we don't know if it's going to be a sequel to Evangelion. So I don't know.
But apparently, it doesn't look like the original writer is coming back for that one.
It might be a good thing. I'm going to be honest. It might be a good thing that he's not coming back. No offense.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, maybe he mastered it in the movies, so we don't know that, you know.
True. Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It could be a masterpiece.
I mean,
Movies
the
could
fact
be
that he made
masterpieces.
4 of them and the final one made the most money out of them all is, you know.
How much money are we?
I mean, let me have a look. So the first one in 2007 grossed $20 million on a budget of $7 million. Then the second movie in 2009 had a budget of $10 million and grossed $44 million. And then in 2012, the third movie had a budget of $13 million and grossed $67 million. And then the fourth and final movie in 2021 had a budget of $29 million and grossed $93 million worldwide. So the number just kept going up and up and up as the years
It's
went
a
by.
brilliant strategy, dude. It's a brilliant strategy. Just keep redoing this same story over 100 times and you'll make profit, dude. Nah, I'm messing. But yeah, I'm not done with this show. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna watch the movies. I'm very much invested in
Yeah,
where this story is going.
yeah. I want to see what this newer ending is going to be for the movies, you know. Are they going to redo it? Is it going to be the same thing, or are they just going to completely retcon all this stuff?
I want more scenes with the reincarnation of Adam or wherever that guy was, the gay lover to Shinji. Who is he? He literally comes out of nowhere and like, yeah, this is the fifth pilot. Psych. He's an
Yeah.
angel. He's destroying everything. He's controlling the Evas. Like what?
Yeah,
What are we doing?
I want more of him. I think I want a bit more into like the origin of like when humanity started to tinker with the, with
The Evas,
the
yeah,
Evas, the
like creating,
experiments.
yeah,
Like,
yes.
I want to see Misato, when she was a child in 2001 and her father put her in that space pod to protect her before the second impact blew him up. I want to see all that stuff as well, like leading up to
Oh,
all
yeah.
that. That's my theory. And just a better explained scenes essentially.
So it's not the same story in the rebuild. So I have to watch movie 1 and I can't jump into movie 3. I have to rewatch the movie. Is
That's
that what you're
really
saying, Mr.
confusing.
Hunter?
What's that?
God damn.
It's not the same
So the
story in rebuilds. Thrice Upon a Time is okay. Let's just watch it in the release order, because that's how they intended it to be watched, That's what I'm seeing on
yeah, dude,
these
I'm
websites.
loving this world. I don't mind rewatching it from a different perspective, I
Yeah.
guess, because it's not the same story, but it's the same
It's the
world.
same
So...
story. They're doing the same thing. It's the same characters, but
No,
it's told
no, it's not the same
differently.
story. It's not the same story. That's what he says.
Oh, because
But
I'm
same characters, same world.
I'm seeing like it's a remake of like, at least with the first movie, I'm seeing that they're redoing like the early episodes, but it's like a different story.
This sounds
But
like Code Geass all over again.
yeah,
This is what it sounds like. This is like you have the 2 seasons of Code Geass, and then you have the Code Geass movies, which is literally the same story as Code Geass season 1 and 2, but they add new scenes and change some plot elements. Like where characters die in the season, like TV show, they don't die in the movies. It could be that. It could be something similar to that.
I'm trying to think of like something that's similar to this where they remake
Code
it.
Geass.
Code Geass, yeah, one, but I'm trying to think. There's another big one that I'm trying to think that is similar-ish. It's the same story, but not really the same story. It's
Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Super. No, that's pretty similar. That's pretty similar. I was gonna say, oh yeah,
not really, right?
not really.
Just Momoshika's design was changed.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like movies, like live action films, like something that maybe like a Batman or a Spider-Man, where it's like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. It's the same character, the same origin. Like, I'm a teenage boy who's bullied. I got bit by a spider, but the story is very different. He's fighting different villains. There are slightly new characters in that version.
So you're saying a reboot then, right?
It's like a reboot. Yeah, it's like a reboot.
Because it's a rebuild, right?
That's what they call rebuild. Yeah. So it's something like that, or like a Batman, where it's like
well, that makes sense now. That makes
different
so much
Batman
more
stories
sense
are
now.
very
It's a
different.
reboot. It's not it's okay.
So like treat it
So
like a
are you
reboot.
saying we wasted our time watching the first season and the end of Evangelion? Did you just say we wasted our time doing that?
The fans recommend watching the show first and then watching the films.
Yeah, I guess because it gives you a better idea of what you're getting into, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it does,
Who was your favorite character? I don't think you answered that, my bad.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Who was my favorite out of all these guys? Honestly, I don't really know. I think I like the story more than the characters, or like I like the world and the plot more than the people, if that makes sense.
That's why I went with Masato.
Yeah, Masato
like-
it might be the only
she's the safe
interesting
answer.
one. Yeah, she's the one who's a bit more reasonable. Like, I did like the scene where she's slapping her blonde friend because she's in too deep in the experiment and not caring about the people, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was
And she
cool.
saves Shinji in the movie, it's like risking her life. Well, she did risk her
Yeah,
life. Yeah, he's dead because she saved Shinji.
I was gonna say Shinji, but there are times when it gets very hard to watch him. It's like, oh my gosh, he's very
Because he does
sad.
the same thing
He's,
over and over and over. He does the
yeah,
same thing. Like,
in
oh no, I'm moving away. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, bro, how many times are we gonna see that in the show? How
in the
many times is
yeah in the
Shinji gonna run
movie, you
away?
have Misato dragging him into the Ava, like just, and I'm just like, in a
How many
weird,
times we're gonna see whine and cry? Like,
yeah,
bro, come on, man. And they keep. This was a bit sexist, but in the show they kept saying, "You're a man. You're a man. What are you doing?
yeah,
You're a man." I was uncomfortable with that. I mean, he's a kid,
he's
not a
a
man,
boy,
but
you know.
he's a boy. Yeah,
It's very, yeah, it's like gaslighting. It's very,
like you're like a male. But this is your role in life. Meant to be a
yeah,
leader.
yeah. Looking at all these characters on this screenshot, I'll be honest, I don't think I'm not too drawn to any of them. It's more like the story. It, it, this might be a controversial take and a controversial opinion, but this is sort of how I felt with Attack on Titan when I first watched it, where I wasn't too obsessed with the characters, but like the world. Like in season 1, like I found the world to be more interesting. Like you have your Armin who's nice and all, but there wasn't like a character I was like hooked to. Like maybe Eren.
Levi or Mikasa? Heck, Eren turning into a item.
I was
Attack
more
on
in
Titan
season one.
was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I loved it as well. But I mean, the first time I watched it, like that's what I'm talking about. Like the first time I saw it, I was
I'm
more
gonna be honest with you, man. These characters are not comparable with Evangelion.
Oh yeah, of course. After rewatching the show, I loved the season. But when I first started it, I was like, okay, they're cool, but I'm more interested in the plot twists and like what's going on with the Titans. Like, why is there a wall? I think because everyone's sort of in the same boat, so they're all sort of saying the same things. Like we are humanity's last hope. We are stuck inside the walls. Levi, kill that Titan. When I first saw it, I was like, okay. And then I read the manga, and I think it was a bit more apparent. But then, as it went on, I'm like, okay, I like these characters a lot. I think Hanji was my favorite in season 1. Like, she had the most personality. She was the most bubbly.
I did not expect you to say that.
Oh yeah, I loved Hanji in season 1. I was like, I like this character.
Oh, you did not care for like the flashy stuff, right? You did not care about Levi or Mikasa doing some like crazy acrobatic stuff, or Eren turning into a Titan. You didn't give a crap.
I was entertained by it at first, but then I was
you were
like
more interested in the Hanji. Yeah,
more interested in the Hanji. But that was how I felt when I first saw it. But yeah.
I wouldn't say Kaiji is likable, bro. He came off as a weird predator, dude. I wouldn't. He was a weirdo, bro. Kaiji is a weirdo, but that's just the product of it being a 90s show, I guess. I don't think that character could be created in a similar way.
No, I don't think so. They would rewrite him, No, honestly, not really. Maybe the guy with the grey hair. Like, I did like his whole vibe. The scientist dude. He seemed cool.
Yeah.
He seemed cool.
I liked him a lot more when we had those flashback episodes. Oh, yeah. We're learning a lot more about like why he works with Nerve and him interacting with Yui and all that stuff. That was sick. Oh, bro, we have to talk about the visuals in the final... the end of Evangelion, like bro, look at Rey. Look what she's like transforming into. Like this is the human umbilical cord or whatever you call it. Like the joining of people. What's it called?
Yeah, the human instrumentality project.
Yeah, that thing, bro. It was like the most craziest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, like that's why a lot of people love the original series because of these visual like stuff. It's like wallpapers here, there, everywhere. And then you have all the crosses, you know, like coming from the ground, you know, just rising into the sky. It was all good stuff. It was all good stuff. I don't think I've ever seen a series
It
where.
gave me.
What
Yeah,
are you
go
gonna
on.
say?
Sorry. It gave me Berserk vibes. The end.
Oh, I've never seen Berserk, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, you've not seen Berserk? Okay, that's not a spoiler because it's very different.
But I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
you
think I
should
even
watch
get
Berserk.
into it because didn't the author die? You know, because he didn't finish it.
He didn't finish it, but there's like a big chunk of story you can still watch.
Oh, fair
Still
enough.
good. And his co-workers or his I don't know who they are, but they are going to be taking over the show and writing it because they know how the story is. So I think it's in safe hands anyway.
Okay, that's good then.
But Berserk is a show that will never get animated again because of
Yeah,
how messed up. You should just watch it, dude. You should just watch it.
I think there's an original series from the 90s that
Yeah,
I
that's
could
the one.
watch.
That is the one.
Yeah, I think I'll have a
If you
look
want to
for it.
be, if you want to turn into Shinji, yeah, watch.
Berserk, 19 something something, 1997. Cool. All right, I'll put that on my list of things to watch. But yeah, yeah, I don't think I've seen a show that has like characters that I'm not that obsessed with. You know?
Because because this is why I didn't care about the his human psyche
Ah,
because these
I will
characters were not
say
interesting.
I think I know. I think Attack on Titan was a bad example. I think it's Jujutsu Kaisen for me.
That
That's a
doesn't make
show.
it that I'm lost even more, bro. Like, what you on about? Gojo's right there, dude. The Gojo's right there. Sukuna's right there. What do you mean you don't
No,
like the
not
character?
like hype characters. I mean like characters you care. Like you know, you're like, oh, I'm so you know, like
Oh,
those
right.
type
I
of
get what you're
characters.
saying.
Like
Okay,
Yuji is
not
the
because they're
only
likable,
one.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
he's the only
I
one
get
that
you.
I'm like, okay, I like this character, but the other characters in the show, I'm like, I don't really care for that much. I'm not that bothered about Megami or Nobara or the other class or Todo. Like Yuji is the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
one that I really care for in that show. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot Erwin was in season 1 in AOT. That's a great character.
You know, with Evangelion, Asuka's her character is like posted everywhere. If you don't know anything about Neon Genesis, like I was like, a few days ago, her image is everywhere. I thought she's like the most popular character ever, and I
Yeah.
thought she's gonna be like some like cool character. No, she's a she's
She's like the
not what I
template
expected.
for any unlikable female character in any shonen,
Damn,
essentially.
I didn't know she would come with that baggage. I
Oh
had no
yeah,
idea.
I kind of had a feeling that she was. I mean, it is kind of a shonen, isn't it? It's anything with a teenage boy as the main character is going to be shonen. But
Is this a shonen?
it feels like a it's. That's
I
a good
don't think it's
question.
gonna be this shit. No way.
No, I don't think
First
it
five
is.
minutes, those first 5 minutes in the movie,
Yeah,
hell
okay,
no,
fair
bro.
enough. It's a
Hell.
seinen then. It's a seinen that has a character who's a teenage boy who doesn't really want to be here. You know, he's
Let me
an
Google it. Is Neon Genesis?
he's an interesting character, I must say. You know how he's not like a Naruto or a Luffy. He doesn't really want to work hard. He just wants to sort of live in peace and not do much. But he's sort of forced to do what he has to do. You know.
No, he wasn't. No one's forced
Not
him though.
forced, but like guilt tripped essentially. Like,
Yeah, guilt trip. He wanted to know his dad a bit more.
yeah,
That's why he piloted Eva, and then he's like, yeah, run away. You're a coward. You're a man. type stuff. It makes sense. There is no definitive answer if it is a shonen or not. It's neither seinen nor shonen. Those words
Interesting.
only apply to manga. Oh, Evangelion is anime original. Oh,
Well, for the movies, I'm gonna try and watch those films before Saturday. You know, like there's only 4 of them, so today is Thursday. I'll probably watch 2 today, 2 tomorrow.
today's Thursday.
Yeah,
Where's the time going? Oh,
it's
my
gone
days.
fast.
Yeah, I'll try and watch.
I'll watch
I'll
like
try
2
and watch
today and
by
2
Saturday.
tomorrow, and then Saturday. Then we can try and do the podcast by then, and see whether or not this show is a 3 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Or
7
10
out of 10.
Yeah.
It could actually change your opinion. Maybe I might not
It
like
could.
it. Maybe I
I
will.
hope so. But then I'm doubtful as well.
Yeah.
Only because after watching the first season and the end of Evangelion, I went to like see other people's opinions. Bro, there are just people out there or just milking this series and call it, even if it's like the most basic stuff. They're just the what's the word?
They're overhyping it. They are singing its praises too much.
It's no, yes, but no, that's not the word I'm thinking of. Pretentious.
Are
It's coming off
pretentious.
as, yeah,
Like
if it's
my
like
show is
written
better
by
than
God.
yours, and
They go on about it like it's written by the creator of heaven and the universe. You know,
fair enough.
that's where it comes as. Like, no, it's not that.
That
It's an
doesn't
okay show.
Gigak from Trash Taste love the series as well? Like I remember he made a
I
video on
was
it.
on about. I don't know his name, but he's very popular. He's an Irish YouTuber that, like,
Oh, yeah,
talks
is he
about One
Totally Talk
Piece.
Mark? Or was it Mother's
That's the
Basement?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched his full 2-hour video, and bro, that guy just waffles and waffles and waffles, and I'm like, you're just doing this for the views.
Essentially. But that's YouTube,
That's
YouTube,
just,
you
yeah.
have to either praise something to death and call it a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, or you have to trash on it and say it's awful and it's the worst thing of all time.
You can't be in between.
In
You
between,
can't be authentic.
people are bored by that, and that's why
Yeah.
it's something I noticed
That's
with
where
YouTubers.
That's where it came by, dude. Like
Yeah.
I literally watched his full 2 hours, and like, bro, you're just
Yeah.
waffling.
But
You're
that's
just
YouTube,
chatting the
dude.
biggest
Yeah.
shit.
I listen to podcasts because podcasts are a little bit more in the middle. They're more nuanced, where they like things, but then they say it's not that great either. Me, I'm like in the 8 out of 10 range, where I'm like, I think the aesthetic of the show is like so high that maybe I'm blinded by the look and feel of the show, like the way it looks, the way it sounds, the voice acting, the music. I think that's all like a 10 out of 10. And then like the story is all very interesting. That's very 7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. You know,
Oh yeah.
maybe 7 out of 10, 7.5 is around there.
These movies, I'm hoping these movies changes my perspective. Honestly.
Yeah. Let us hope. Let us hope. Let us hope. But yeah, I'm going to get onto those films when I can. Hopefully later on today. And see if they're going to be good or not.
I heard some things about the third film.
Oh no, no spoilers. No
No
spoilers.
spoilers.
No
Just-
spoilers.
Yeah. But I can't wait. I hope
Can't
it lands
wait.
in the fourth.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's the podcast for Evangelion, you know.
Yeah, it's there's a lot to talk about, but there isn't.
Yeah, it's weird.
If that makes sense, it's one of those weird shows. It's just weird. Man.
Yeah. It's like there's a lot of stuff in it, but then there's not a lot of stuff. It's full, but it's also empty, you know.
this comes off as a very artsy project.
Yeah,
That's where I
it's
feel
like an A24 movie, you know.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very artsy fartsy. It's like it's one of those, what's the word? Impressionistic? Is that the word?
I think, even though I haven't heard of that word before, impressionistic, is that a word?
Impressionistic movies.
Impressionist.
I don't know what the word is, but it's very yeah, artsy. I think artsy is probably the best word to describe it, you know.
It's artsy AF, bro.
Yeah,
It's like the most artsy thing
it's
I've
like
ever watched in
watching
my life.
it's like, what's the director called that everyone likes to hate on because of what he said to Shaggy Rogers' actor? Tarantino. It's like a Tarantino type of vibe, you know, like those films are very artsy.
See, but with Tarantino, you see, but there's an actual plot in his films. You know what's happening.
Yeah.
You know where the story's heading and how it's gonna end. I mean, his last film wasn't that good, to be fair. But like, if you compare it to, do you know what? This will be a good comparison. If you compared it to the what's the one, the briefcase, and there's like
Oh, Seven. Is it Seven with
no, no, no.
not that one?
Seven? No, not seven. It's like literally a briefcase, and they open it, and it's flashing gold, and it becomes like a plot device because everyone wants the briefcase. But
Oh.
at the end of the film, they never explain what was in the briefcase. That's what Neon Genesis is, because they don't explain F all, man.
Oh, for me, I kind of see it as like an Interstellar type of movie where
No,
it's
seven was not made by Tarantino.
oh, fair enough. I see it like an
No,
Interstellar or like what's the other movie with Leonardo in with the where they're in this wibbly wobbly world? Not
oh,
Dunk.
Inception.
Inception. Yeah, Inception. That's it's like
But in
Inception.
Inception, they explain what's happening, though.
Oh, I was
They explain
confused.
what is what.
I watched this film twice. I was a kid when I saw it, like
No,
17.
it's a pretty good film. It's a good film
I'll
about
have to,
dreams and
yeah, it's
states
like
of
dreams and
consciousness. It's so
realities.
sick.
Another film that was confusing was another Nolan film. It was the magic one, the magician. What's it called? Magic Mike?
Oh no,
No, that's not it. That's not
that's a
it.
different magician. That's a different magician.
What's the?
I know what you're talking about.
It's the one with Batman in Batman magician
Yeah,
movie.
and
Batman
Wolverine
magician movie.
and the Wolverine. The
Oh,
Prestige.
the Prestige, yeah. That one, I had no idea what was going on in that. I was lost when I saw that.
No, that was the dude. He found a way to clone himself. Is basically what it
Yeah, it
is.
was like
That's it.
cloning and all that stuff.
And then he would have to kill himself because it's a clone. Like, oh no, I don't want another version of me out there. And then, while the biggest plot twist of the film is that that guy's right hand man was actually his twin brother, and they were both performing the
Oh
same
yeah.
act. And that, but no, the reason Pulp Fiction is why I was bringing it up. Have you seen Pulp Fiction?
I saw it years ago. Didn't like it.
Yeah, because it's about multiple perspectives of these people trying to get this briefcase, right? But you never know what's in the briefcase.
Ah yeah.
And that's what Neon Genesis is for me, because you never find out. They never explain it, actually, on what the heck is going on. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They
I
don't-
see that.
and then you have to watch lore videos to explain what the heck is going on.
Yes, I am excited for Odyssey Cow Worship. That's the one with the Punisher and Tom Holland in, and I think Batman's
Zendaya.
in it, and Zendaya.
Robert
She's booked and busy this year. My
Yeah,
gosh,
dude, she gets so much hate for no reason.
I don't get it. She's one of the better female actors in the modern day. You know.
Oh, dude. Okay, Saturday, we're gonna be talking about another film as well.
Oh, the drama. Oh,
Nope.
Okay, I don't know.
The Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh
It's
snap!
out.
Yeah, you're right. I
Out
haven't
the
seen
internet.
it. Oh, have you seen it?
No, no, it just popped up. I can send you a link. It's out. The full film's there, bro.
But
It's not even
it's
October.
illegal. It's
Yeah, it's illegal. It's illegal. You're not downloading anything from Chinese
damn!
website.
Breaking news: a new Willy Wonka and a Chocolate Factory film is coming out by Taika
Has
Waititi. Oh,
Oh
okay.
no. Oh, not Tyke. Not Taika. Not Taika Waititi, bro. That guy, he turns everything into a joke. I don't like it.
The film follows Willy Wonka as he returns to his factory after years in prison for turning a child into a blueberry. Oh no.
Okay, now
So
I'm interested.
that sounds
Now you got me back. You got me back.
so it's like a
That actually
sequel.
sounds hilarious. What the hell?
So it's a sequel to the which version is it? Is it a sequel to the
Well, it's
Johnny
Willy
Depp
Wonka,
or
so it has to be the sequel to
the
the
Gene
original.
Wild? But then there's Johnny Depp's
No,
version
no,
and then
no.
there's Gene Wilder's
Oh
version.
yeah, the
Which
original's called Charlie and the Factory. Charlie.
so yeah, it could be that one. But then it has the logo of Timothée Chalamet's Wonka. So now I'm confused.
No, 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 no. Okay, no, 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 no. This is gonna take place in its own world because, bro, let's be real. He's not in the original films. He's not gonna be tried and be sent to jail. So this is
Yeah,
his own
it's his own
version.
story. And it's
Yeah, and
animated
it
as
sounds
well.
hilarious.
That sounds funny.
Oh, it's animated?
Yeah, it's animated.
I'm not interested.
You don't want to see it.
I'm not. I don't. No, it sounds.
It's going to be CGI looking at this poster.
I thought it was going to be like a live action, like a mockumentary or something. I'm like, yes, I'm on board. That sounds hilarious.
No. It says the first look at the animated Charlie and the
Animated?
Chocolate Factory.
Nah, it's not. That just it seems childish now.
Yeah, that's sort of the vibe.
Yes, I think it's childish.
I feel like a lot of modern day animated stuff have a very childlike vibe to it. Like a lot of this modern CGI stuff.
I thought it would be like a serious subject matter twisted in like dark comedy. No,
No, it's
no,
going to be
it's
for
not.
kids.
But yeah, I'm gonna get on. Neon Genesis.
Definitely. I got another question. What do you think of Euphoria season 3?
Oh, brilliant, bro! Brilliant, dude.
You seen it?
No, no.
Well, I have. I've seen
I
seasons
don't even know what
1
it's about.
and a bit of season 2. It's basically Zendaya, who is a drug addict. It's basically like a soap opera. It's just a series of different characters and their lives. And it's pretty much that. It's just these characters sort of living life in high school, and some of them are taking drugs, some of them are not, and it's their sort of reactions to who's taking drugs and who's not. It's pretty entertaining. The first episode of season 2 was wild though. Like that was a wild episode.
I feel like it's very trashy.
Nah, it's
Type of
it's
show.
an artsy type of show. It's very artsy. It's very
The only thing I know is about Blue Jeans Girl, and just like so much nudity with it. That's
Oh yeah, Sydney Sweeney as well. Like there's a lot of
yeah.
nudes. Like there's a full frontal shot of her with her jock boyfriend. Like there's just it's all out there. It's like it's out there, like boom. And there's a lot of nudity with like especially with yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's what I mean by trashy.
yeah, yeah. Now that you say that, it does get a bit trashy. You know, they do things in the show that make you go, oh, okay. But it's well written. It's well acted. You know. But yeah, that's that. That's that. But yeah, going back to Evangelion, I'm probably also gonna check out these films, and hopefully my overall opinion on Evangelion will be better. Hopefully it'll be a 10 out of 10, you know. Because if it will be, then it could possibly be better than One Piece for me. It potentially could be maybe Attack on Titan level. Who knows?
Your mind is interesting. Can't lie. I don't know how your mind works. There's me saying such a statement. Better than One Piece. Better than One
No, I
Piece.
didn't say it was better. It could be, like, but depending on the films, it could be. Depending on the films, it could be better.
Even you know how I feel about One Piece, bro.
Oh, One Piece is fantastic. That's like a masterpiece.
That's funny. Okay, yeah, dude, I'm gonna watch it now as soon as we finish with this.
Yeah. But cool.
Safe, man. I'm expecting low expectations. Don't expect anything. It's freaking Neon Genesis.
All I expect is that these episodes are going to be redone, retold, extra scenes, maybe cut scenes, maybe new scenes. Hopefully the characters are better written. Like, well, they are good, well written, but hopefully they're more likable. Like, maybe, I don't know. Like, will they cut the Shinji scene out? Who knows? In the hospital? Let us hope.
Oh, good point. Yeah, would they remove those, like... Because it was made in a modern era, right? Like 2007.
Like, some of those scenes may not age well.
I think it's censored and not shown. That's why.
There's so many uncensored scenes. Yeah, let's bet on that. Let's bet
Should we bet on this? What's the bet? Who wins what?
Let's say 20p.
20p? You're on.
Okay, 20p.
Yeah, I say it's censored.
I say it's not censored. I say it's going to be all out there.
Okay, cool.
All
Next
right.
time we see each other, 20p raise.
All right, Saturday.
for the winner.
Cool. All right, then.
Cool, man. Peace out, bro.
Peace, dude. Later.